Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Apex irons from Callaway.
Buckle up, this is going to be fun. The Bubble Boys, Max Gracerman on the 18th to save par. That was to tie the low round of the day with a 63. He was 3 over coming into the final round, so he posts 4 under par, moves him inside the top 50. Eric Cole on the 18th.
And had just had a wonderful sort of strike on these last couple of holes to put himself in position. Just don't hit it in the water, pulls it into the pond, and now he is squarely facing outside the top 50. And this is his playing partner, Cam Davis, who after seeing the ball go in the pond, hit his tee shot way to the right-hand side.
So second shot, only thing you can't do, you can't miss left. You cannot miss left. No! He missed left. Eric Cole
hit a really nice wedge to this point. This is for bogey, and to give himself any chance of staying in the top 50, makes it. He was in 50th spot, and then he fell back to 51st shortly after.
Cam Davis to save bogey, trying to do the same thing. He misses.
And at that point, he threw his ball in the pond. He didn't think there was any chance until this happened.
Tom Kim, after chunking a chip on 17, that was the bogey putt. Had bogeyed 16, double 17, and then this happens on 18.
Par and he's in. Maybe even bogey he's in the way things were going.
Standing on the 16th tee, he just had to go 4 over the last 3, and he would have been in.
Oh.
And up on the green, this for bogey. Likely get inside the top 50, and he goes bogey, double, double. 5 over the last 3 to fall outside the top 50. Maverick McNeely was well outside the number on 16 from the bunker for eagle. Uh-oh, now he's thinking he's got a chance.
All he needs to do at this point is make 1 birdie on the final 2 holes coming in. Or excuse me, this is for birdie on 17. Needed 2 birdies coming in.
Money. So McNeely, eagle, birdie. He would need to birdie the last to have a chance. Justin Rose on the 18th.
Justin Rose needs birdie to solidify his spot, and getting aggressive out of the bunker, catches the sand, popping right up, dashing his hopes of making it to the BMW.
So he finishes outside the top 50. McNeely was only able to make par on the last. He's also outside the top 50. Nick Dunlap on the 7th.
Started the week at 68th in the FedEx Cup, so needed a top 5 or 6 finish to secure his spot. And he was dealing early, trying to make a run at Hideki.
Inconsistent day for Dunlap on the 10th.
Hit was way right off of this tee, hit a pretty nice shot to the front of the green, left it here for par, and oh boy, now he's starting to think about where he's gonna end up.
So he bogeyed the 10th, then on the par 5 16th, Dunlap.
This is an eagle putt on from the fringe. 16, that would have given him a little bit of breathing room. He would ultimately bogey 17, and he would go to 18, needing par, striped it down the middle, hit it on the green, lagged it up there, 2-putted for him to end up 48th on the FedEx Cup and just get in a bogey on 18, sends him packing.
All that stress on the 18th tee at TPC Southwind, and Nick Dunlap, the rookie, able to deliver in a big way. Good chance that he's then able to wrap up PGA Tour Rookie of the Year honors. Keegan Bradley, captain, the last spot at 5-0. Cam Davis, after tossing the ball in the water, thinking he was singing the Heartbreak Blues here in Memphis, snags that 49th spot. It's Tom Kim, Mackenzie Hughes, 51 and 52. Let's hear from the Bubble guys.
I didn't have any number in mind or anything like that. I did not play well yesterday at all, tee to green, so didn't have too high expectations for today. And starting off like that kind of got me going for sure, and then just tried to keep hitting good shots one after the next and see where it put me.
There's something about having your back against the wall that lets you do things that you can't normally do under normal circumstances. It narrows your focus. It heightens your awareness. It does some pretty fun stuff, and it's a feeling that you really chase as a professional athlete. And when I hold that bunker shot on 16, it was a do or die. I mean, I had to hold it to have a chance, and that was pretty cool. I was like, this is a chance for something special. Might be one shot short, might be just enough. We'll see. But either way, I'm really proud of my effort today.
I was actually cruising. Bogey on 16 cost me a lot, and then hit a good drive, and then another really bad, poor missed shot. Just anywhere left is fine, and I missed it right. And I knew I needed something special on the last, and then hit a good drive, and just you know, like the wind switch and the wind started to pick up and didn't cover. And, you know, this season has just been, you know, it's just been like this. Like, I've played really good golf and then, you know, had some tough finishes, and, you know, it's just, I feel like 2024 has really kicked me in the butt. But, you know, I've gotten so much better. I fought really hard just to kind of give myself this situation. You know, I was 90-something before we went on this run, and then just, you know, it looks like I'm going to miss by one, but, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, I told myself before the day that if I didn't play well, I really felt like I was going to finish 51. And I kind of told myself, if that happens, like, I've done everything I could to be inside that top 50 and hopefully give myself a chance at Tour Championship, but I couldn't. And, you know, I'm gonna look forward to a really good off season because I'm pretty tired.
I knew roughly. I was a train wreck. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I was arguably the most nervous I've ever been, to be honest. I just didn't want the season to end. I mean, I've been having so much fun, and I was just, I hit some really good shots on, you know, good tee shot on 12, some, you know, 2 really good ones on 16 and 17, and then got up there and smoked it on 18. So however that would have shaked out, I would have been super, super proud of myself.
That's what you want to hear from guys in the playoffs, to have that type of feeling. Nick Dunlap saying it's the most nervous he's ever been. I remember when he won the American Express, he said, I couldn't feel my hands when he made that par putt on the 72nd hole to win. This wasn't for him to win a tournament. It was for him to just finish top 50 so he would continue his season in the BMW Championship, and with the elevated importance of the signature events for next year. And we've seen how critical that is for setting guys' schedules, and not only that, for them to play their way into the playoffs next year. It is massively meaningful to go from here to then next week in Colorado. Give me a couple names that stood out to you story-wise. Could be good, could be bad around that top 50 bubble.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tom Kim, the way he finished was just absolutely tragic. And to just touch on what that top 50 means, there's actually been players this week talking all week about this is arguably a bigger deal than making the Tour Championship. That's because they get those 8 signature events. Only 3 of them have cuts, huge purses. It really sets up your year. We've talked earlier in the week as well that only 7 guys that made the top 50 last year missed the playoffs this year. So those numbers are big. But Nick Dunlap was a beast today. He made the biggest move coming from 68 to inside that 50, and I know you were really impressed with Grazerman.
Yeah, Max Grazerman, I mean, you look at the back-to-back runner-up finishes, and at the 3M Open, he takes on the hero shot on the 72nd hole, winds up making birdie, comes up just short. That was his best career finish on the PGA Tour. Then last week, has a 4-shot lead with 5 to go, blows it, does the interview after, and good on him. I mean, he won a lot of fans to do that interview with Amanda at CBS, saying that was his Phil Mickelson 06 moment. It was another runner-up finish because he did make par on the 72nd hole. So he comes here, FedEx St. Jude Championship, opens with 75 beginning of the week. That was the worst round of anyone on day one. So way behind the 8 ball out of the gates. He battles back. Today, a final round 63, ties the low round of the day to get inside the top 50. So hats off to Max. You showed a lot, and especially when you don't have your A game. It's one thing to have a low round when things are coming together and you can see a guy is trending in the right direction, or you know he's due. When you've had a week where you're over par through 54 holes, and then kind of out of nowhere, you're able to just dig deep and put together the round that Max did, it was remarkable.